bleeding in the brakes. I've got,
and here we go.
So there's the new gaskets on there.
Hey, good morning team. So we are starting a new series. It's going to be very exciting maintenance. My 2013 JK Rubicon Unlimited is coming up just past 90,000 miles, so getting close to that 100,000 mile mark, and I haven't really changed any of the fluids yet. So over the next couple videos, I'll be changing out differential fluids, manual transmission fluid, transfer case. I've replaced the brakes myself with a little bit beefier brake setup, but I haven't changed the brake fluid. I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. Gonna have my good assistant help me with that one. Looking to maybe changing out the clutch fluid. I don't know yet, do a little research on that. Power steering fluid. And then gonna finish up with changing out the spark plugs and the coils, which I've already purchased. And if you've done that or you've ever researched doing that on this vehicle, they have made it incredibly difficult. So I don't know why Jeep did that. It's just a V6, but no, they put the plenum, intake plenum manifold covering them, so that's gonna be fun. So I'm just waiting on a few kind of tools that are gonna make that job a little bit easier to come in. All right, so we're gonna get started today. I'm gonna get this thing lifted up a little bit more, just to make it easier, and start on the differentials and then move over to the manual transmission and transfer case. My goal is not necessarily to be a step-by-step instructional type video. It's just really more for entertainment if you care. But you know, I'm gonna go over exactly what I'm doing. So I am not a master mechanic, so I'm gonna use terminology that I'm sure is completely incorrect, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. Ortho joke. All right, let's get started.
all right, so as you can see, we're gonna start off with the rear first. Here's the filler plug. We'll be taking that out to let it breathe as it drains. Step one, remove the filler plug. Hopefully this doesn't come shooting out at me. Ooh, there we go. All right, so now we're going to remove the drain plug. So again, this is a Dana 44. It's a Rubicon, so you have your drain plug down here, filler plug right here, which we already removed. Here we go. And there we go. So I'm going to show you this plug. This one definitely has some more of the metal shavings on it. So I want to give you kind of a picture of that. All right, so here's the drain plug from the rear differential. You can definitely see there's more sludge on this one. All right, so it's all drained out, putting the drain plug back in. Torquing it to, I believe, 25 foot-pounds. Okay, so I have my torque wrench set to 25 foot-pounds. I know with the extension, I'm gonna lose a little. All right, there we go. All right, so now it's time to fill. Should take about 2 quarts. Got this handy dandy little pumper using some Royal Purple. And we're just gonna start filling it up. Okay, So I did say that I was not a master mechanic, but here is a pro tip. It will save your arm a lot of pumping. Let's just do this. So I went with, obviously you can see 75 W140. You could go with 80 W90, or for heavy use vehicles and hot environments, towing, that type of stuff, you could go with, I think, the 75 140, since this is what was available. And you know, I always kind of go overboard. This is what I went with. So this should take about 2 quarts. And this is my second quart. And there we go. And we are full. Maybe a little overfilled. Okay, and now we're reinstalling the fill plug. Again, I'll torque this down to 25. Okay, so now I'm just using a little brake cleaner, clean it off, so I can observe to see if there are any leaks, which I don't anticipate, but it's always good to be sure. Alright guys, so we've moved to the front differential. We are on the front part of the front differential. For your reference, there's your filler plug, and then right over there, see that right there? There's the drain plug. So again, we're gonna just kind of repeat the process that we did with the rear differential with the front. Okay, now removing the drain plug. Alright. Best lighting. So there we go. Nice. And looks pretty good, actually. Alright, here's the drain plug from the front differential. You can see the little metal shavings on there, the sludge. I'm gonna clean that off with some brake cleaner and then put it back in and refill the front differential. Alright, so now we are moving on to the transfer case. First thing we gotta do is remove the skid plate to the transfer case, and you see a bolt there. There's one on the other side. Then there's 2 more right there. Those are 18 millimeter. So let's get started. All right, I'm gonna go get some eye protection. Alright, I'm gonna go to the other side. Anybody know how heavy this sucker is? I certainly don't. Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, it's not light. Oh, a lot of dirt, but it's not bad. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, so for this, we're looking at your fill plug and then drain plug. It's right there. Fill plug, drain plug. Uma, Oprah. All right, so again, we will be removing the fill plug first and then the drain plug. All right, so for this we're using a 10 millimeter Allen wrench socket. We're using the same one for the drain plug. So apparently you're supposed to do this, gosh darn it, keep hitting that. Apparently you're supposed to do this every 15,000 miles. I find that very disturbing because I've got 90,000 miles and I haven't done it yet. So that sucks. But we're gonna be using, there we go. Some ATF4 fluid for this. Here's the bolt. Looks very nice and clean. So we got that going. I want to go get some paper towels. All right, let's take out the... This is really in a bad position. Okay. Let's take out the drain plug. Man, I like the way that fits in there. There we go. So, just see, and here we go. Oh! Well, that shoots out really far. FYI warning, it shoots out really far. Is torque this down. So I'm gonna do, specifications are 15 to 25. So I've got this set at 25. Let me go to 20. All right, so I changed it to 20. There we go. All right. So we are at 20. I think that's fair. Now, all right, so now we're gonna pump in approximately 2 quarts of ATF4. Oh, that's a reach. Finish filling up the top till it starts pouring over, which it is now. Yep, alright. And just smooth, Chris. Put the top on. Stop the leak. Alright, then we'll just tighten that one down as well. Alright guys, so now we're doing, oops, lost my light there. So we are doing the manual transmission. There's your drain plug, and there's the fill plug. And I think it uses this 17 millimeter driver, and it does. Good, so that fits. Okay. So same theory, taking this off for the breather, and then I'm gonna drain it and then refill it. Easy peasy. This one's gonna be interesting. I swear this better not come shooting out. Hopefully this does not shoot out. If it does, we're screwed. Is it me or does that not seem to fit? That doesn't fit there. Okay. So it definitely fits here. I gotta figure out what fits up there. Okay, so I made a quick trip to AutoZone and got the 14 millimeter hex bit so I can take this off. Easier said, shoot, got something on my, easier said than done. All right. Oh, I should have jacked it back up. There we go. Actually, I saw this trick. Hold on a second. Okay, so the only thing I did is I added this aluminum foil around the exhaust pipe, because if you've ever gotten oil on an exhaust pipe before, you know how crappy that is. It just smokes like crazy. Hopefully it does not come flying out at us. Okay, nothing. Okay, so nothing came out of the fill hole. It is time to do the drain. So for the drain hole, which we know is right there, takes a 17 millimeter. Got that right here. So this is at such a crappy angle. Let's see here. Make sure we. It's ready. Ooh. There we go. Nice. Just a bit of a mess again. All right, so here is the plug. As you can see, that's a lot of metal shavings on there. That's not fun. Yikes. That's scary. If any of you know if this is seriously bad, please let me know. I mean, I've grinded the gears before. I mean, who hasn't? Okay, so it's done draining. I'm now torquing this back to 22 foot-pounds. There we go. Nice. All right, now we start filling. I think it takes, I don't know, like 1.6 quarts. I have to go back and look exactly, but time to start filling up. Okay, so we got everything filled up, torqued down, and the manual transmission is done. Not too bad.
Hey guys, so in this installment we're continuing on with our maintenance plan. Last weekend I did pretty much all the fluids. I did the rear and the front differential. I did the manual transmission and the transfer case and the power steering fluid. This weekend I'm going to tackle the elusive spark plugs, and I have the coils too, so I'm replacing those. And while I'm in there, I'm going to replace the serpentine belt. I'm going to keep the one that's in there just as a backup, but I'm going to replace that with a new one. And then tomorrow we're going to flush the brake fluid, kind of bleed it. I never had a chance to do that when I actually replaced the rotors and the pads, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Just a little update for you on just kind of like my life where I'm at right now. I'm starting a new job here in about 3 weeks here in Connecticut, but I also have an opportunity to move out to Colorado, which I am strongly pursuing. I got a tentative offer with for a government position out there in orthopedics, and so that is the ultimate goal. And I'm going through all the work with paperwork and background and physicals and all that kind of stuff for that position out there. So I'm just waiting to hear back on a final salary offer from that position. But it looks like more and more that Renee and I will be moving out to Colorado. So, okay. So now we're up to date on that. I'm letting the engine cool a little because I was just driving it. Just got back from working out and from breakfast. All right guys, so the first thing that we are doing is creating some room. And the one thing that you want to do, the first thing you want to do whenever you're working on the engine is to disconnect the battery. So first thing we want to do is disconnect the negative. Oops, I have to grab that. So as you can see, ended up taking the air filter out and the intake, I don't even know what you call that, but intake tube to the intake manifold there. I'm replacing the serpentine belt. I've got a breaker bar on the pulley, which let's see if we can get a good view of that. Okay, we got that. And now I'm gonna take the alternator off so I can get the rest of the serpentine belt out. So we've got the alternator off, so now all I'm gonna do is, and this is, excuse me, the old serpentine belt that's in there. And I'm just gonna bring the new one in and just match it up, and then take the old one off and tighten everything back up. Cool, got it. All right, so got the alternator back on and put the new belt on. Hopefully I did that right. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, all right. So, as I mentioned, this is the old serpentine belt. Looks like it's in pretty good condition. It's got, 90,000 miles on it. No reason to toss it. Gonna use this as my spare. Pretty good idea. Press myself. What? Now we're going to attack the elusive spark plugs. Okay, so I'm gonna change out the spark plugs, and looking at the owner's manual, it says that the spark plug gap should be 0.043 inches or 1.1 millimeter. So all I'm gonna do is check the spark plugs that I got, and I'll show those to you and just double check the gap. They should be pre-gapped, but takes a couple seconds to check each one. Might as well be safe than sorry, right? All right, so you can go with the Mopar replacement spark plugs, which I think are champions. I actually ended up going with these NGK laser iridiums. So let's pull one out and see if we're at that 0.043 or 1.1 millimeter. Yep, it's right at 0.043. Probably can't see that very well. Nope, can't. Guess you'll just have to take my word for it. So yeah, so these are pre-gapped. So I'm just gonna recheck the rest of these and then we'll be good to go. All right guys, so got the upper plenum off. You can see right there. Wasn't as hard as I thought. I watched a 49-minute video that I will link below, which made it seem really difficult, but honestly it really wasn't. Take your time. Wasn't hard at all. Anyway, so you can see first thing I'm gonna do is, before I forget, is to replace those gaskets right there. There's 6 of them. I'm just gonna take them off and replace them. Here's the gaskets right here. You can screenshot them. And this is what I'm gonna use. Let's see what they look like. So it doesn't matter where to open the box. There you go. Blue. What a cool color. Ha! Matches the Jeep. Who would have thunk? Alright. There's a new filters. There's a new gaskets on there. So now I'm gonna take this rubber piece off here. Without screwing anything up. There we go. And then that's gonna give me access to the driver's side spark plugs and coils. Driver's side, and then there's passenger side. Yay! All right, here we go. So the other piece to this, oops, are the coils. If you guys have been kind of working on cars as long as I have, and whenever you change spark plugs, you change the wires. Since this one doesn't have spark plug wires, it has individual coils, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change these out. Let me pull one out for you. There you go. Yeah, made in Brazil. Okay. Well, let's see Brazil, see how you do. All right, so first spark plug is out, and just for curiosity's sake, again, it's supposed to be 0.043 inches. It's actually about 0.5. That's crazy. There's the first one right in there, you can see. And gonna be taking that one off and that one off, and then the other side. All right, just so you know, it actually already comes with, and you probably can't see, the little grease. It's already pre-greased and comes with its own little bolt, so don't have to save those. Pretty cool. All right, team, so I'm back. Just took a little break, had a little pizza, got fueled back up. I've got just the the driver's side left to do. Gonna drink a little cold one. Voodoo Ranger IPA, New Belgium Brewery, Fort Collins, Colorado. If you haven't been there, go check it out. They're awesome. I'm not paid for this advertisement. Have no affiliation. I just love the beer. And it's an awesome brewery, great brewery tour. Get lots of good beer. All right, so just got the driver's side done, which, believe it or not, once you get the plenum, upper plenum off, is easier than the passenger side, just because of the angles of everything. So now it's putting the plenum back on and reinstalling everything. So guess we'll see how that goes. Not too bad. All right, cheers. All right, everything is back on. Battery's connected. Plenum is on. Air intake back on. Everything is secured. Time for the moment of truth. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. All right, looks like it's working okay. I'm gonna go take it for a test drive, see how it performs. I'll be back. All right, guys, just going out for a little drive, and it's doing great. No problems. And another 100,000 miles, I'll go do it again. All right. Oh yeah. Good. It's got crazy response. All right, we are back home. All right, guys, so we are back home after just a quick 5-minute drive, and it was awesome. Pulled really good, pulled strong, smooth. I actually think it was a little bit more responsive to the throttle. Could just be that I just spent a couple hours doing all this work on it, and I'm just thinking that it should be more responsive, but it really did. It felt more responsive. Just immediately when I hit the gas, it was there. Just little touches on the gas, and it started to accelerate. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, success. tomorrow we'll be doing just flushing out the brake system, and I think that's it. I think that's it for my 100,000 mile maintenance, done at about 90,000, 91,000 miles. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, guys, as I mentioned yesterday, today we are going to be bleeding the brakes. I've got my helper, beautiful Renee, over here. She's going to be pushing the pedal for me. Obviously, you don't need to remove the tires, wheels to bleed the brakes, but I'm also rotating my tires today, so that's why it's up on jack stands and there aren't any wheels on there. All right, so we're gonna get started. So I'm using this brake bleeder kit. You guys can use, I guess, other kits, but this is the one I have. Looks really simple, and I'll show you when I'm down on the brake how it hooks up. You're also going to need an 11 millimeter wrench. I'll show you how and why. All right, so right now I've got the hose hooked up to this bleeder nipple, I guess you would call it. Got the 11 millimeter wrench right here, and so all you do is ask your helper. All right, Renee, so push the gas pedal all the way to the bottom and just hold it there.
The gas?
I'm sorry, the brake.
Okay.
And just hold it?
Yep.
Okay. And then you're gonna release. Whoa.
It just went a lot deeper.
Good. And then you tighten up. And then, all right, go ahead and release the brake.
Okay.
All right. And then go ahead and push the brake all the way to the floor and hold it again. Good. And then release.
Oh, it released again.
Good. And then you're gonna just keep repeating that until you don't see any more bubbles. What is up, my fine feathered friends? So just in summation of the maintenance video that you just saw, one with the brakes, obviously I did all 4 brakes, and I can tell you that I should have done that initially when I replaced the rotors and the pads, because I thought it was a little soft when I did it. And then when we just bled these brakes, it was amazing. Like, the brakes felt like they were completely brand new. They were solid, no fade or anything like that. It just, when I replaced them initially, it just felt a little spongy, I guess. But after we bled them, it worked out great. Yes, if you notice, this is a new garage. This is my garage in Colorado Springs. It's a 2-car garage, so I've got a lot more room for activities. Yes. But I've got a video coming out, really short one, just showing kind of the move from Connecticut to Colorado Springs. So stay tuned for that one. Also, what I didn't show in this maintenance video is I replaced the O2 sensors as well. I kind of discussed that a little bit when I replaced my crankshaft position sensor, which I think is also a really good maintenance thing to do. It's cheap, it's easy, it's fast. I've got a link below or somewhere over here or over here. I'm not sure where it's going to put it, but I'll put a link to that video as well. It's a very quick video. But just in summation, the one thing that I learned, if you guys have made it to this far in the video, awesome, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and press that like button if you liked it. But I will be changing out my fluids, differential fluids, transmission, transfer case fluids a lot more frequently, probably every 15-20,000 miles. One, it's super easy, it's not very expensive, and you know, the Jeep's got it's getting up close to 100,000 miles now, and can probably use it. So just want to take care of it. I'm going to keep this Jeep for a very long time. I've got 2 payments left on it, so I'm very happy about that. But once again, guys, thank you so much if you made it this far, and please smash that like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'm in Colorado now, so get ready for more videos. Peace out, brothers.